We spent a week in Morocco. I wanted to show you what's in my bag. First up, I got my DA50 here and it's strapped to my backpack strap so that I can carry my backpack and not have to worry about a second strap. For that, I use the Peak Design capture clip. This is the old one because it's bigger and it fits on my backpack strap. The quick release plate is the same that I use for my tripod over here, so I can easily slap it on a tripod, no problem. I picked the D850 because it's awesome, amazing image quality. I can shoot 4K video in a couple of different crops. Fantastic lens selection, silent shooting, which ended up being really important so I could do street photography without disturbing people. The tilty screen, pretty good live view autofocusing, allowed me to get different angles and stuff. The D850 has really proven in long-term, like real world usage to be like the best DSLR I've ever used. Why didn't I bring the A7R3? I might have, but Chelsea grabbed it first and we only have one of each, so that kind of made the choice easy. The lens here I use for almost everything. It was the 24-70 VR. The image stabilization proved to be really important because in the tight markets, I was able to do slow shutter speeds to kind of show motion without having to pull out the tripod, which would have been impossible. So I was able to shoot half a second and show people actually moving, and it just gave me that extra versatility, especially for places where setting up a tripod was not an option. Notice I got a hood on here, but no filters or anything. This is just my preferred way to protect the lens. As I was, squeezing sideways through tiny streets and stuff, I would bang things against it and my hood's it's already all scratched up, but my camera and lens itself are gonna be fine. The secondary camera here is kind of my iPhone. I do a lot of shooting with my iPhone. It's actually really, really useful. People in Morocco are very, very camera shy, but everybody is less disturbed when you take a picture with a smartphone. It also meant that in markets, I could just quickly grab a shot like that without being so obvious. So it's a good discreet phone, but I also used it for things like videos and time lapses because it's so convenient. And I like to share things on Instagram when I'm traveling around, and it has this just constant connection through Wi-Fi. It's like much faster with much less hassle than using one of my big cameras here. Let's get this bag open. Well, first on the back here, this is my MANFROTTO backpack. There's a little slot back here. No laptop. Nope, I'm on the iPad Pro. This is the big one. It's absolutely fantastic. I use the Apple SD card reader here and unload my pictures right onto it, and then I can go through them in Lightroom Classic. Works great. Through the Wi-Fi, it's syncing out to the Creative Cloud, and then when I get back home, I open up my Lightroom and everything automatically syncs there. All the edits I've done, all the pictures are already in there. Ooh, I love that. It's so much better than traveling with a laptop. Open up my main compartment here. What do I got in here? I got a couple of the lenses, which I really didn't use at all. The Nikon 70-200 f2.8 VR, the new one. And if I had it to do over again, I would not have brought this because I used it one time to take a picture of a stork that I thought was cool and some Roman ruins, but then I didn't end up doing anything with the picture. So that was a lot of weight that I carried around for nothing, and I hate that. I also brought this 1.7 times teleconverter to use with that to get a little extra reach, and again, didn't need to bother. That was too much weight. The other lens that I used only a couple of times was the Nikon 14-24 f2.8, and it's a fantastic lens. Look at that crazy front element. But for the most part, the trouble of swapping the lenses wasn't worth it. The 24-70 got everything done. There were times when I wanted to be slightly wider, but it was quicker for me to just take a few pictures in a panorama, and it's super easy to stitch those together. And in fact, I find that easier than going through the trouble of swapping a lens. So I didn't get a whole lot of use out of that. I did get a couple of shots. Here I have the GoPro Fusion, which is a 360 camera that I've been experimenting with. And as a rule, I kind of hate 360 cameras, but this one does some interesting tricks through software. It has some really good stabilization, and the quality is better than other 360 cameras that I've used. I'm not recommending it at this point. Subscribe and I will have a full review on this because it is a buggy piece of crap. But the results that it produces, when you can finally get the results out of it, they're striking, they're interesting. I posted a video from here through my mobile phone onto Instagram, and it was the most liked video I've ever produced, and it was this dumb little tiny planet thing. So that's fun. Like, people love the results that it's creating. It's a great way to capture things. It's very discreet because I can just hold it out on a stick like this as I'm walking through markets, and it's just recording everything. And I don't have to worry about choosing the composition or anything. So it didn't distract me from vacationing and having fun with the family. But then in post, I can go through and choose my angles and compose an interesting shot out of it. So it kind of makes the recording part super simple and allows you to do the stuff in post-processing. It's not all the way I want to do everything, but for that kind of thing where I don't want to throw off the whole vacation vibe, it worked out pretty well. I also have a little miniature Manfrotto tripod here with a little head for my smartphone. So again, I recorded a time lapse with this. It meant I could just set it up like this and it works really well. It's also good for selfies and stuff. It doesn't take up much space and I like stuff that is versatile and doesn't take up a lot of space. I could also stick my camera on here if it came down to it. What else do I got? I got a ton of stuff in little pockets. First, on the outside here, USB battery packs, man. Traveling with Madeline and Chelsea, the three of us, we need lots of things that are USB charged. I only use the USB battery packs that have little built-in cables like this. This one has micro USB over here, and this one is for iPhone. So I have a couple of those. At one point we used all of the battery packs, so I didn't have too many. This is my current favorite one because this particular one not only does it have a built-in cable, but it does wireless charging for my phone, so I can just set my phone right here at night and it will charge. I like to have that because, you know, if I wake up in the middle of the night, it's easy to pick the phone up and I can put it right next to the bed. I don't have to worry if the hotel doesn't have cables in the right place or anything. I can just put that anywhere. Okay, my little pocket here. Lots of stuff. It has an extra Nikon battery. The battery on this thing lasts great, but I did a time lapse and that was enough to kill the battery. This is my little dongle for my iPad or my phone to transfer images through an SD card. I record JPEGs to the SD card and RAW files to the XQD card. So quick way to quickly share files. I got a lens cloth that I never used, extra SD cards, extra batteries for stuff. This is my USB battery charger for my Nikon, so I can use one of these battery packs or a wall-powered USB charger and charge up my battery, and it's so much smaller than the big old battery pack. I was walking through a market in Shafshuan and some guy comes up to me and he says, "Oh, hey, I watched your video and man, that USB charge everything, that changed my life. I got rid of my big old battery charger." So yeah, people appreciate that. What else do we have in here? Oh, I have to have one of these tools. I hate having to carry these tools, but my Peak Design clip requires that. Notice there's no drone in my bag. That's part of the reason I picked up this Fusion, because Morocco does not allow drones, period. They allow drone recordings from one Moroccan company. Nobody else can use a drone. They will confiscate it when you show up in customs. So I wasn't able to drone. That was super frustrating because it would have been a fantastic place to film from the air. The Fusion did a pretty good job of showing the environment, but man, nothing's gonna beat a drone. And then in here, I have my Manfrotto BEFREE tripod. You can see it collapses down pretty small and unfolds really easily, and the quick release plate is compatible with my clip, so I can clip my camera in there real quick. Use that for long exposures and time lapses. What else here? Sony gave me a little lens cleaning cloth that I keep here in case I ever need it. And then I have one more pocket here. Oh, these are my BOSE noise canceling headphones, like in-ear noise canceling headphones. They work great on airplane flights. It just, everything becomes silent. And of course, I have to have this stupid dongle because stupid Apple took away the stupid headphone jack. And I think this is my fourth one because they just keep losing them. You know, you want to use your headphones in the back of this airplane seat to watch a movie, and then to your phone, and you can't use it when you're charging your phone, so you're constantly like switching the dongles in and out, and they're just bound to get lost all the time. Stupid Apple with their no headphone jacks. What else do we have in here? Contact lens case, so I can take my contacts out, mints, a key from a Riyadh that I forgot to give back to them. I'm gonna have to mail that. Copy of my passport. Oh, I got another pocket on the inside here. Extra plastic bags. Sometimes you just need a plastic bag and it can help to organize your stuff. I always need a pen. This one says Radisson on it, so, you know, because you got to fill out customs forms and stuff sometimes, and you don't want to be asking for a pen. Oh, I love this little guy. This is a Tascam lav mic, and it got tangled up in my bag. I should have put it in my little plastic bag, but I didn't. So this is a lav mic. I can pinch it here, but it's not a wireless lav. It doesn't go back to the camera. It records to a micro SD card locally. So I don't have to worry about making sure the wireless signal's working and the camera's working. I was able to record it this audio from video with my phone or with the GoPro Fusion and just sync it later, which if you know how to sync audio, that's a super easy thing to do. And look how small it is. It's so small, so much smaller than other lav mics we use. So I can just slap it on and not worry about the source and just sync it later and know that I have better sound than I would otherwise. It sounds pretty good so far. Extra quick release plate, extra battery, emergency flashlight, USB cables. You just always need some cables. That's it. That's my whole bag. Subscribe to see reviews. Follow my Instagram if you want to see pictures as I'm traveling. And if you have any follow-up questions, any suggestions for stuff that I should get, add a comment down below. Bye.